Ladies and gentlemen, it is Big Banks, it's Stroogs. We are in at Trump International getting ready for Diamond and Silk, the Chit Chat Tour. We're going to let you know how that goes later on. We've got plenty more videos on the way, so stick with us. Cheers.
Peace.
So Big Banks, we missed this last week, but a couple Saturdays ago, you and I went to see the ladies, the conservative queens, I guess you could say, the famous Diamond and Silk, who came to prominence in the lead up to the 2016 election, expressing their fandom, their love, their admiration of Donald Trump. They were good. They kind of do it's part comedy routine, it's part kind of rally, it works well. Yeah. They're very entertaining ladies. Charged just a little bit to get to see them,
but it was worth it though. You know what I'm saying?
Big Banks, what's your take on Diamond and Silk? How do they kind of appeal to you and your kind of newfound sort of political tendencies and leanings?
As a Black American, it makes me proud knowing that I was just wasn't the only person that made the transformation from coming from the Liberal Party to the Conservative Party after we actually did our research. And once we found out the truth about how the Liberal Party has really hurt the Black community, we had no choice but to leave. And they really spoke on all aspects of
all matters. They talked about the lead up to 2020. They talked about their transformation, how they were just assumed that the Democrats were the party that had their vote consistently. They started to break it down. They gave a good spiel and
a good historical lesson. I guess the part that really hurts me the most is when you looked at the crowd, you didn't see too many people like me. And not saying there's nothing wrong with whites or blacks or getting together, but it was actually more whites who actually supported these two lovely women. But when you have black folks who actually went to this event, we was all in lockstep. I mean, we all agreed.
A couple veterans, I believe there was a African-American Marine Corps vet who was sitting next to Big Banks. I think, very solid. I think maybe a lot of black voters or black people who might find Diamond and Silk to be very appealing, they could be a little hesitant. They might not be ready to sort of challenge their own political philosophy.
Well, I think a lot of people are hesitant when it comes to being a conservative because, when you put the R behind your name, regardless if you're going to be called all kind of names other than the name that your parents gave you. And they spoke about it. They just talked about all the harassment and all the things
they've had to endure.
But you can't call them wrong. That's one thing I tell a lot of people. Yeah. When you do your research, like these two ladies have done, you cannot call them wrong. You can call them a coon. You can call them all kind of jigaboos. Any derogatory term you can think of. But you cannot call them wrong. And when facts are given to people, they can't, dispute the facts. They just want to say that you're stupid and you're just dealing with a bunch of racists. Well, facts are facts. And I'd rather deal with facts.
So, Diamond and Silk, if you haven't seen them, they're frequent guests on some of the Fox News shows, often the weekend shows primarily. Great stuff. Great stuff, really.
I got to give a shout out to Larry O'Connor. He's the radio host at WMLL, a local radio station in D.C. He's a nice guy. We talked for a second, and he actually supports Diamond and Silk. They're always on his radio show. So, to Larry O'Connor, thank you for taking the time out to talk to me.
I saw him briefly at CPAC the following weekend, but Diamond and Silk, we couldn't really, we're still novices, we're still kind of getting used to this media game, so maybe eventually we'll have a chance to sit down on a show with them and pick their brain a bit. So thank you very much, folks, for joining us tonight. Keep following, subscribing, and viewing all of our YouTube videos, and check us out on Facebook as well. So thanks very much, folks. Peace.
Peace.
Oh my God. Thank you all. DC. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my goodness. Thank you all for showing up and showing out now. I want you to keep them cell phones out. Yes, keep them out. Because I want y'all to take all of the pictures y'all need to right quick. Before I tell you to put them away. So stand up with your phones and we're going to do it.